Hello, everyone. Ever since the advent of ChatGPT and other generative artificial intelligence platforms, the Center for Pedagogical Innovation here at Brock has provided guidance to our educators on the use of Gen AI in the context of teaching and learning. This guidance has been updated over time to reflect this quickly evolving landscape, including, for example, to reflect updates to the university's academic integrity policy and to address the use of AI detection tools, which, as you may know, are not condoned nor supported at Brock. CPI also launched an asynchronous workshop on Gen AI on the Faculty and Instructors CPI Teaching and Learning Brightspace site, and that complements its ongoing synchronous workshops for instructors and teaching assistants. Now, instructors are, of course, free to choose whether and how to leverage AI to support their course preparation, whether and how to intentionally integrate AI into their course design and delivery, and whether and how they may permit students to leverage AI in the completion of their coursework. But of course, all instructors have been compelled in recent years to reconsider how to approach assessment of learning in an age of AI. Now, of course, this is not a challenge that's unique to Brock, as educators worldwide have continued to witness how generative and now agentic AI has the potential to challenge not only the integrity of our assessments, but the process of learning itself. And this is something that was echoed in the recent report of the Council of Ontario University's AI Task Force. And it is for this same reason that, in addition to hosting an ongoing community of practice on Gen AI and assessment, the CPI team engaged in a series of discussions about the future of assessment between September of last year and May 2026, with academic departments, academic support units, academic leadership, and multiple Senate committees. Now, these conversations didn't just focus on harnessing the potential of or mitigating the threat of AI. They also focused on the purposes of assessment, on the values that guide our educational practices, and the kinds of learning experiences that we really want our students to have. Insights from these conversations and consultations were subsequently distilled and augmented with research on innovative institutional frameworks and promising pedagogical strategies that are being field-tested and adopted at universities across the world. The result of this work is a set of draft principles for assessment in the era of AI. And these attend to, among other things, the agency of instructors who may wish to engage with AI at different levels, the importance of preserving the necessary friction of intellectual struggle, the obligation to prepare students for the contemporary workforce, where, as you know, AI is being increasingly integrated, and the duty to ensure that assessment practices remain accessible and effective. Now, importantly, these principles, which also reflect the 5 institutional priorities outlined in Brock's academic plan, they're not intended to guide the use or address the responsible governance of AI at the university. That work is being led by the university's AI task force and is also informed by existing policies, including, of course, the university's Senate-endorsed ethical framework for educational technologies. Instead, these principles are intended to guide and inform the design and support of learning assessments at the university. And this is, of course, at a time when AI continues to transform teaching and learning practices by introducing new affordances on the one hand, but also simultaneously destabilizing traditional approaches to the evaluation of student learning. Now, these draft principles are currently undergoing further consultation, including by the Teaching and Learning Practices Working Group of the university's AI Task Force. They're also available on CPI's website for your review and your feedback. Following this consultation process, the principles will be refined. They will be brought back to the Senate Teaching and Learning Policy Committee for consideration and potential recommendation to Senate. And if endorsed by Senate, they will serve as a shared framework to guide future conversations and decision-making about assessment at Brock. Now, to be clear, this work is not about prescribing a single approach to assessment, nor is it about requiring instructors to adopt or reject AI in their teaching. Rather, it is about providing a principled foundation for navigating a rapidly changing educational landscape while preserving what matters most: meaningful learning, supportive environments, academic freedom, academic integrity, and of course, student success. So I would encourage you to review the draft principles, reflect on how they align with your own teaching and learning practices, your assessment practices, and share your feedback. The thoughtful contributions of faculty, of staff, of students, and academic leaders have shaped this work from the very beginning, and your continued engagement will help ensure that the final principles reflect the values, the aspirations, but also the diverse disciplinary perspectives of our community. Thank you for your ongoing commitment to teaching and learning and your engagement with this important conversation.